Hey there, good man fam. By now, I'm pretty sure that everyone has seen the multiple videos of Jada Smith disrespecting world renowned actor Will Smith, right? Here's the thing. Recently, a video came out speaking about how Joe Smith, which is a former NBA player, found out that his wife had a secret OF account. So I've dubbed these two the Smith brothers. And you can see the video here where she looks like she's not really trying to be cooperative. She looks like she's just a typical modern female who's just going to do whatever she wants to do. Find out later, she used to be a adult film star. So, yeah, that kind of tracks, right? Here's the thing. I was thinking about how it was that Will Smith could revive his acting career because the situation with him and Jada Smith has completely destroyed not just his career as far as being able to book gigs and make money, but she's also destroyed the perception of who people thought he was. Think about the characters that he plays. He plays characters that are supposed to be really strong, primarily. But then if you look in his private life and he doesn't look that way, kind of makes it a little bit hard to sell that on screen. So all of the movies he's supposed to be doing have been put on hold. Makes sense from a business perspective. But I had an idea once this Joe Smith situation happened. I said, how about I figure out a way to help both of them not just get back their manhood, but get back their money as well. And the idea with which I came up was do a movie. I know, Joe Smith, what, has he ever acted in anything? I don't recall anything in which he's acted, but hear me out. This is going to sound a little weird, but when I'm done, you're going to be probably like, okay, I see what you did there, TYGMRight. Okay, let's get it. So the first thing Will Smith has to do is leave Jada Smith. He has to leave Jada Smith. That just makes no sense. Because if he stays with her, then it makes him look like he's weak. Now, we understand that in marriages, you're supposed to do the whole till death do us part. I get that. The problem is the till death do us part thing through sickness and health and all of that is supposed to be with things that you kind of don't control. But if you have a person who's purposely doing things to damage you, is that something that will allow you to stay instead of give you cause to leave? I would say it's the latter. So he has to leave Jada Smith. Same thing with Joe. Joe has to leave his wife. I forgot what her name is, but he has to leave her because I understand that she wants to do what she wants to do in order to get the things that she believes she needs for the family. But the problem is, it wasn't just that she did that. What she did afterwards was just as crazy. Check out a snippet from this interview.
He has a friend that he's been entertaining, and she decided that, she wants to really put a bigger, wedge in our relationship. So she went digging around my page and was like, oh, do you know that she has this? And it blew up from that. And it's no secret, Joe's financial issues, and I have always made a good life for myself, before I met Joe, I was living overseas in Europe, and I had established myself as a singer, and I came back here, thinking that with his persona and who he was, once we got together and I found out who he was, that it would only take off, other things. But, not everybody's hustle and drive are the same. And depression is a serious thing also. So, I've been just like, supporting and dealing and going through his trials and tribulations with him. I've started several businesses, I've been doing a lot. Like, and I just figured out, I have a home in Cape Verde I'm trying not to lose, and a roof over here we're trying to maintain that we almost got kicked out of. So I just kicked in the drive and did what I had to do, and he won't do it. So I had to. And I'm sorry, you knew I was an adult video star when you met me. So if I would do anything for my own survival then, what makes you think that would change now?
Man, just disrespectful. So he definitely has to leave her as well. And then this is what both of them can do. Here comes the second piece of the puzzle. They can join up in a movie, of course. That's the second part. And in that second part, what will happen? Because Joe Smith is seemingly having money problems, he'll get a nice check from the actual movie. So that'll help him in his monetary situation, and him having left his wife, that'll help him in the manhood situation because he didn't tolerate the mess. Check. Will Smith, he will actually get a lot of his props back manhood wise because everybody's like, please leave this chick. And then when he does, they're going to be like, oh, thank God he finally left her. That's for the manhood piece. But then for the film piece, because he left her, that'll get him a little bit of his swag back when it comes to people thinking about him being a strong man, playing those movies where he's, a powerful guy. But here's the thing. The third piece of the puzzle, I think is the best. You know what the third piece of the puzzle is? Have Chris Rock smack him in that movie. Now, hear me out, because I think this is kind of brilliant myself. You can tell me in the comments section if you agree. Will Smith and Joe Smith will be playing some type of character where they're brothers. They can be cops or they can just be whatever. Somebody else is going to have to write the script for that. But in that movie, Will Smith comes across Chris Rock in some type of form or facet in a grocery store where something happens or he cuts him off in traffic. Whatever the case is, Will Smith and Chris Rock end up standing face to face. And then Will Smith's going off and saying whatever, and then Chris Rock being actually in the right in the movie for whatever the situation is, slaps the taste out of Will Smith's mouth. And then Will Smith just stops and stands there. And then he realizes, like, you know what? I was wrong. But the I was wrong is a double entendre for I was wrong in the movie and I was wrong for slapping you on stage. And then Will Smith apologizes to Chris Rock. But the apology, everybody will realize he's not apologizing to him just in this movie role. We could see in the movie that it's a sincere apology for what he did on stage. And then Chris Rock slaps the taste out of his mouth again. And then Will Smith looks and says, I get it. I get it. That's fair. And then they walk away from each other. First thing is, the movie's gonna make money because Will Smith and Chris Rock are in it. So everybody's gonna be like, what's gonna happen in the movie? Second thing is, when Will Smith gets slapped, everybody's gonna be like, whoa. And then when the apology happens, the third thing, everybody's gonna be like, dang, man, he really like, it's gonna be like that Chris Brown moment on stage when he danced his way back into people's good graces. And then when that fourth thing happens, which is the second slap, people are gonna be like, heck yeah, Chris, yeah, you deserve that one. You deserve that extra slap because what he did was some bull crap. And then everybody's gonna be like, all right, Will, cool. We're cool. We'll let you ride from now on. That's a win for everybody. Chris Rock makes money from the movie. He gets to slap Will Smith back twice. Will Smith leaves his freaking disrespectful wife. Joe Smith gets to leave his adult actress wife who doesn't give a crap about him, who's disrespectful as well. Joe Smith gets some money in order to shore up his finances, and Will Smith's movie career is back. So, what do you all think? I think it's a pretty freaking brilliant plan. But you tell me in the comments, because I don't give a crap what happens with the movie thing necessarily. Both of those dudes need to leave those disrespectful modern females.